So here I am, I finished my 23 centimeters, and this is what your piece should look like. I have my back piece on top of my front piece, and I'm laying them on top of each other just to make sure that the lengths match up and are correct. So we have the bottom here, the two pieces are matching, okay? And we have our top here with the armholes, and we should have matched this part here. And the top should match with it as well on both sides, and that's how you know that you've done it correctly. Okay, so from here to here should be 23 centimeters. All right, so now what we're going to do is we are going to cast off. So we're going to bind off on the end and this end, and the middle we are going to put it onto a stitch holder just like this string. Okay, so let's begin with that. So here we are ready to cast off. If you're smaller, we're going to cast off 19 on each end. So 19. You're going to have 31 stitches remaining in the center. You're going to put that onto a stitch holder, like a piece of string. Then you're going to have 19 stitches remaining. You're going to cast off those 19 stitches. Okay? If you're medium, you're going to cast off 20. Then you're going to have 33 stitches remaining, which you're going to put onto a stitch holder, and then you're going to have 20 stitches remaining, which you're going to cast off that. A large, you're going to cast off 22 on each end, which will leave you with 35 stitches in the middle, and you're going to put those 35 onto a stitch holder. For an extra large, you're going to cast off 23 stitches on each end, and that's going to leave you with 37 stitches in the middle, which you're going to put that onto a stitch holder. And finally, if you're an extra large, you're going to have stitches on each end, which you're going to cast off those, and that's going to leave you with 39 stitches in the center, and then you're going to put those 39 stitches onto a stitch holder. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and then I will show you what mine looks like at the end. So just to remind you, to cast off, we're going to take our first stitch, we're going to knit it like that. We're going to take our second stitch, we're going to knit it like that. Then we're going to take our first stitch right here, and we're going to pull it over the second stitch. You're going to take the next stitch, we're going to knit it, so make sure you keep track of your casting off. So we just did one cast off. Okay, we're on our second cast off now, so you're going to take your previous stitch, pull it over your new stitch like that. So we did two. Knit your next stitch, take the previous one, pull it over your new one like that. So we did 3 cast offs. Okay, so I've casted off 19, and this is what it looks like. All right, so now we should have, so because I'm doing a small, I should have 50 stitches remaining, and remember to count this stitch right here, 1 2 3 etc. all the way to the end. I've counted already, and I have a total of 50 stitches, so I know I'm correct so far. If you're doing a medium, you should have a total of 53 stitches, a large 57, an extra large 60, and an extra large 63 stitches remaining. Okay, now before we put the centerpiece onto the stitch holder, we need to complete this side here. So you should have a total of, if you're doing a small, 50 stitches, right, including this one here. But this one, we're going to essentially remove it when we bind it, when we cut the string, and then we're going to add a new one at the end here. So I'll show you. But just make sure that your count is correct so far. Okay, so for a small, I have a total of 50. A medium, you should have a total of 53. A large 57, an extra large 60, and an extra large 63 stitches, including this one here. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut it. So take your string and cut it. Give yourself a little bit of a tail so that you can weave it in. You're going to cut your string like that. Okay, and then you're going to take your needle and you're going to remove it and then pull the loop. Okay, so make sure you're pulling the loop, and that'll secure it. Okay, then what you want to do is you just want to weave it in and cut the string and you're done with this section right here for now, okay? So what we're going to do with the centerpiece is we are going to take our stitch holder, in this case it's my yarn, attach it to a yarn needle, like that, and we're going to begin weaving our stitches through, okay? So for a small, once again, 31 stitches I'm going to put onto the stitch holder. For a medium, you should have 33, a large 35, an extra large 37, and an extra large 39 stitches you're going to put onto your stitch holder. So all you do is just weave it in. So 1 like this, 2, 3, 4, 31 like that. Okay, so now I should have my 19 stitches remaining, but in reality I should have 18 stitches, and we're going to create one to make a total of 19, right? So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 and 18, and we're going to create one to have a total of 19. So you should have, if you're doing a medium, you should have 19 stitches. You're going to create one to make a total of 20. A large, you should have 21 stitches. We're going to create one to make 22. An extra large, you should have 23 stitches. We're going to make an extra large, you should have 22 stitches. We're going to make one to make it a total of 23, and an extra large, you should have a total of 23 stitches. We're going to add one to make a total of 24 stitches, okay? So this, our stitch holder, you should just tie it off so it doesn't become undone. But this part here, what we're going to do, take your string that you cut off that's attached to the ball of yarn, and we're going to create a slip knot like that. Take your right needle, just slip it on, just tie it. So that's going to create our loop, or our extra stitch that we have. So now I have a total of 19 stitches. You're going to take your stitches here that we're going to bind off, insert your needle, take your string and do a knit. Okay? You're going to take our slip knot or artificial stitch that we created, and you're going to pull it over, right? Just like that. And that'll bind it together. Okay? 1, 2. Take the next one. Take the previous one and pull it over. So that's 2. 3. Take the previous one, pull it over. 4. 5. 6. Okay, and if we look at our piece here, we can see that this is what it looks like so far, right? This tail here, just weave it in, and it should be secure. And we're just going to continue binding off the rest until the end. Just like that. Okay. So here's our piece, right? Here we go, and here we go. Good. All right, with our centerpiece on a stitch holder. remove your needle from here and pull the loop. Okay, don't pull the tail because that'll make it undone. Pull the loop. And sorry, I forgot, we're going to cut our string from the ball of yarn. Cut the string and then pull the loop. Like that, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the two things, we're going to weave it in, cut it off, and we're good to go. This part here for the neck, this part here for the neck, we're going to work on it later. So make sure you tie it off, secure it, and we're going to work on it later. Okay, so that's the back. The back is now complete. We are now going to work on the sleeves.